Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brandon Davis. I'm the founder of the Rags to Riches community. I am highly unqualified to give you any advice about anything. I barely graduated high school. Do not like or comment on any of my videos, and please do not subscribe. Let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brandon, and I am the founder of the Rags to Riches community. And against every piece of advice I could have ever given you, you're back here. You morons, you simpletons, you clods, you dopes. You decided to show back up. So I guess since you're here, we might as well talk about something that could potentially help you so I can send you back on your way, never to come back again. Do not like, do not comment, do not subscribe. Now here's the skinny, folks. Here's the real deal. When you die, and everybody here is going to die, it's been well studied that on average your brain stays active for about 7 to 10 minutes after clinical death. Is this when you go through that tunnel? Is this when your life flashes before your eyes? Is this when you actually feel all that guilt and shame for all that jacked up stuff you've done your entire life? Is this where you wish you could apologize to your wife for 100x leveraging your 401k that you pulled out early and didn't even pay taxes or penalties on? You got wiped out? You nuked it? Is this where you relive that shame for that dog coin that you purchased at 50 cents and you sold at 42 cents and you purchased at 45 cents and you sold it at 39 cents? Is it that shame? What about me? Am I going to look back and feel proud about all the non-financial advice that I've given all of you dumbasses over the years? Am I going to feel proud about trying to convince you not to day trade, talking you off the cliff after you nuked your account, and salvaging the shreds of dignity that you have left just to rebuild you into a respectable and competent crypto investor? Here's my message. If your IQ is really high, you can get wrecked. How can a really high IQ person get wrecked? It's because they think they're too smart. They think they're too smart to lose. They think that the market is underneath them. It's beneath them. If your IQ is too low, you get wrecked. Well, why is that? It's because your brain literally cannot comprehend the data quickly enough in order to come up with a logical decision. Now, if you're in the middle, you're still screwed. Because you're a mix of the top of the bell curve and you're a mix of the bottom of the bell curve. How do you guarantee success? I'm going to tell you right now. You don't trade. That's a guarantee to success. You don't trade. You don't become addicted to the markets. Trading is an addiction amongst many other things. It's a real thing. And I know that there are people in here right now that are watching this video that know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. With trading, you get those dopamine hits. The brain starts to adapt, so that reward receptor, that dopamine receptor pathway becomes less sensitive to natural reinforcers. So at the same time, those circuits involved in stress become increasingly sensitive, leading to increased displeasure and negative moods. You're pissed off all the time. Here's a Snickers, Nancy, figure it out. When you're not trading on the market, you can actually show signs of withdrawals. These combined effects make the trader more likely to focus on seeking gains instead of relationships, instead of food, or other natural, might I add, very satisfying rewards. So here you are. You're brand new, or maybe you're not brand new, but you've been here. You've been in crypto a while. You just don't have a plan. You're standing on the edge of the abyss. You're looking up, you're looking down, you're new, you don't know what direction that you want to go in. Raise your hand if that's you. You've got freaking information overload. You're hearing crazy terms. Hex, P-Hex, Pulsex, Pulse, Sacrifice, Forex, Launches, Stakes, the list goes on. Who do you turn to and what are you supposed to do? Scams here, rug pulls here. Who and what can you trust so you don't lose your money? Here's what you need to do. And you don't even have to trust me. you can actually click off and just cancel this video out right now. Just stop. But since you're here, we'll keep going. You need to focus. Step 1, you need to breathe. You need to relax. Put only enough money on Coinbase that you are willing to lose. This is probably the most important part of anything that I'm saying right now. If you sabotage yourself emotionally, the chances that you're going to stick around in this space for a long enough time to make money are very, very low. Or the chances that you're going to lose a lot of money is very, very high. Because you're like a goddamn ping pong ball bouncing back and forth between projects and just getting chopped up and cut up. Death by 1,000 cuts. That's what happens. And I know what I'm talking about because I'm talking to you right now. Every freaking meme coin, every freaking Doge, everything marketed to you, you just jump on it and then you lose money. And you jump on it and lose money until you don't have any money anymore. Or you don't have any relationships because of it. This is what you've got to understand about crypto. This is not a roulette table. This is a means to better your life if you take it seriously. If all you did was listen to this video, and this was the only video that you ever watched and you ever listened to, you could win off of this video. This video only. This is also a very, very important part of what we're about to talk about. You must shift your time horizons from days, weeks, and months to years and decades. So you need to stop thinking in terms of days, weeks, and months. Just get it out of your head. All your freaking frat bros, all these videos that you saw about chasing meme coin gains and 1000x and this blah, 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 all of that has to go away and you have to replace it with this truth. Get the thought out of your head that this is a get-rich scheme. If that thought is allowed to take root, you will probably get wrecked. You will probably get wrecked. Step 2, you got to focus on security as soon as possible. If you're brand new, you need to learn security. If you're not brand new, but you've been in a while and you hear people talking to you about security and you just haven't done it, it's time to do it right now. The time is now. You must purchase a hardware wallet before you do anything else with all of your coins. What the hell is a hardware wallet? Well, you have the choice to store your crypto on centralized exchanges like Coinbase, Binance, Gemini, GDAX, etc. The downfall is that you don't actually own your crypto. Well, what do you mean I don't own my crypto? I bought it, they linked my bank account, blah, 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 blah. It's a custodial relationship. Your coins are stored in their custody. So why is that a disadvantage? Okay. Well, you don't have physical ownership. What happens when you want to withdraw and you can't because they require you to show your identification? And you got to write some stupid message on a piece of paper with the date and smile and hold it up to a camera just to get your money and your assets out. Do you like that? Does that feel good? No. What happens when the network's clogged and they freeze all withdrawals for 12 hours and you can't touch anything? What happens with that? That's not good. What happens if you just can't get into the website? The website goes down. What happens if their servers get hacked? What happens if all those coins just go away? What happens? You need to start taking security very, very seriously. A hardware wallet affords you the opportunity to have physical ownership of your crypto. And most hardware wallets, if you've never seen one, they look kind of like some thumb drive looking thing, right? Some derivative thereof. You can create seed words on your wallet when you fire it up, and you can connect your wallet to the blockchain to purchase, to transfer, and to store your crypto. I cannot tell you the literal thousands of people that I have seen that have had their crypto hacked. Thousands. I hear about it just about every day. Folks reaching out to me, okay? Keep your stuff offline. Keep it off exchanges. Learn security. That is the most responsible thing that you can do for yourself. New people get pretty damn discouraged when they lose all their money within literal days of their first cryptocurrency purchase because they fall for a myriad of very complex scams. Security is paramount. It will keep you emotionally in this game. Now, you notice a common theme here, emotional. I keep bringing up that word, emotional fitness. We've got to set our own expectations correctly, and we have to guard ourselves from ourselves. And that was a pronoun nightmare. I'm sorry. There are links in the description for security measures that you need to take. Almost forgot. The link provided talks about a metal plate for your seed words. What's a seed word? When you get your hardware wallet, it's going to spin up a series of 12 or 18 or 24 seed words. And these seed words are the words that you can use if something bad happens to your wallet. You can recover your assets from any other hardware wallet in the world with those seed words. So you don't just want to write it down on a piece of paper. You want to stamp it in metal. That way, if your house burns down, if your house floods, etc., you're going to be covered. They're going to survive the fire. They're going to survive the flood. Seed words, that's important. All right. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about this. A person who is brand new. I'm talking, you're on this video for the first time, or you heard somebody talking about crypto, and somehow by the grace of God, you stumbled upon this video. If you had $1,000, if you decided to take $1,000 and build out a portfolio today, these are the rules that I, right now, this very second, no joke, would follow. I would take $1,000 right now and I would get exposure to Pulsex. It's a decentralized exchange that will be the premier exchange on the Pulsechain network, launching in Q1 of this year. Brandon, you're a shill for Pulsex. You're a shill for Pulse. You're a shill for Richard Hart. Listen, dumbass. The best time to get into cryptos are 1, pre-launch or within the first 3 months. 2, a massive market sell-off of 50% or more. Those are the 2 best times to get in crypto, regardless of how you feel about the founder, regardless of how you feel about me. You cannot deny in crypto that the best times to get in are at the very beginning. You can't deny it. All you freaking smart people out there who have a problem with what I just said, let me ask you a question. What percentage of people in crypto right now are Genesis block folks? They got in on day one of a project, or they got in pre-sale or before the project launched. What percentage? And out of that, those percentage of people, how many do you think are really well off? I would be willing to bet that a vast majority who actually have a coin or a token from day one or pre-day one, as long as they held, they're solid right now. The other really cool thing about this is, if you have $1,000 you put into Pulsex right now, actually before the 10th, you're going to get a multiplier. Your dollar is going to stretch further. For every dollar amount of crypto that you put in, you're going to get 10,000 points back. That's quite a bit. And I don't think that opportunity is going to be there on day one. I don't think the price will support that type of return. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Once Pulsechain launches and you get your Pulsex tokens, I would start a 50-50 dollar cost average program between Hex and Pulse. The way that these projects are designed, the only thing that you have to do is stick with the plan and let the gains literally come to you. If you have a $100 a month to invest, then invest $100 a month. The reason I like Pulsechain for new people is because the fees to purchase are going to be so low, and you can put more of your money towards wealth accumulation. All right, so you're not going to get as chopped up by fees as you would pretty much anywhere else. Pulsechain is going to support just about every single token that Ethereum does. Every single one. Okay, all those projects are going to be on the Pulsechain. The gas fees are going to be low. If you can get into pre-sale for Pulsex, which is going to launch on Pulsechain, you're going to have a really good heads up. I mean, you're going to be in a really good position with $1,000 from the start. It's a better position than the most, probably 99% of people in crypto will have. The next thing you need to do is learn how to stake with Hex. I'll have links in the description talking about how to stake. At some point, when you're comfortable with learning how to stake, you need to start doing 2-year stakes, 5-year stakes, 10-year stakes, 15-year stakes. Hex forces your weak-ass, noob-ass paper hands to hold, and the simulated compound interest that you receive will be extremely valuable in the future. Hex is a significantly better Bitcoin. I want you guys to know this. Do not sell your stack for at least 3 to 5 years. If you do this, if you follow this, you take your $1,000, you put it in a Pulsex, you get your Pulsex when Pulsechain launches, and then immediately after, you don't even have to touch that stack. Whatever job you have, whatever money that you can afford on a monthly basis, just start dollar cost averaging. Well, Brandon, what's that mean? It means every week or every 2 weeks or every month, you put a portion of money into those two projects. So if you're putting $1,000 in per month, 500 goes into Pulsechain, 500 goes into Pulsex, for example. Okay? Or Hex, rather. I'm sorry. And there's other programs out there too. You got things like liquid loans. That's going to be incredible opportunity as well. If you can get in on day one, you can get in day one on a crypto. And that's what liquid loans is going to be launching as well too. You look that up. It's the best place in crypto to be. It's the best hedge against potential volatility. It's the best. Scenario 2. You got between $1,000 and $5,000 to spread. You've got it spread across different cryptocurrencies. You got some money. You say, I got a lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and you have no plan. You haven't researched anything. You just see what you see on Facebook and YouTube, whatever's marketed to you, what your bros are putting their money into, but you don't have a plan. You don't dollar cost average. Folks, sell that stuff and to get into day one projects. Get into day one projects as soon as humanly possible. There's absolutely no reason not to. Get exposure to Pulsex. Get exposure to Pulse. Get exposure to Hex. Start DCAing. That's literally all you have to do to win. Repeat after me. Do not sell for 3 years. That's 36 months of holding. Are you willing to work for 40 years of your life to be poor? Or are you willing to hold for 3 years of your life to be rich? Folks, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to make it any more plain than I just made it. If all you ever did was watch this video, and you take some notes on this, and you start figuring out some of the terms, you start looking at some of my past videos, some other folks' videos, that's all you got to do, and you'll win. Do not trade emotionally. Don't have paper hands. Hold. Hold and accumulate. Dollar cost average. That's it. Don't be stupid. Don't come back to my channel. Do not like, nor comment, nor subscribe. I'm out.